I feel like if you are a hater, you cannot have a fragile relationship with the things that you like. You have to be able to handle it when other people hate your stuff. I hated Oppenheimer. I thought it was a very
You did hate Oppenheimer. I haven't
movie.
seen it
It
because
was like,
it seems not for
it
me.
is watching Hollywood's white male A-list read a Wikipedia entry. If you like it, I won't be hurt. I will know you're wrong, but I won't be hurt. Okay, I think we're both feeling pretty petty. Alyssa,
Yeah.
you feeling petty?
I am.
Okay.
I've spent some time down the reality TV rabbit hole because the world is a dumpster fire and I need something that truly takes my mind away from the day-to-day. And so I binged. I've started the first 6 episodes or so of this season's Love is Blind Charlotte. Erin, here's my thing, okay? Now listen, I'm not going to pretend like I'm above it all, right? I've watched Love is Blind Sweden. I've watched all the Love is Blind Brazil is teed up next, and Japan is not far behind, okay? I think the premise of this show is so interesting because I don't really think Love is Blind. I mean, no one wants to talk about that, but I don't think Love is Blind.
Not. We've established that it's pretty much not. But
Erin, the caliber of people, specifically the dudes, they seem to try to find the most troubled emotionally men who have previously only sought women for their physique, their physical appearance. And they're like, here we go. We're going to put you in a room where you can't see these women and you date them through a wall, who are interesting and I don't know, have hot voices. Is that the thing? I don't really know. But they are trying to make fetch happen with some of these guys. And it's not going to happen and it's painful to watch. I'm not going to say the caliber of the women is that much higher, though there is, my favorite this season is AD. I'm not sure I like the man that she is dating, but I like AD. She's got a lot of sass. She's very smart. I like her family, everything about her. But I mean, Erin, when are we going to find some just like higher quality dudes? I mean, there was one guy who honestly, couple things. One, I feel like they have gotten to a point where we're missing out on huge swaths of cast members. Like there are all these people back in the house when they're back from their dates, but we're only talking to like 3 or 4 of them, except for a few ancillary women, for example, who bring over tissues when someone's heart has been broken. So I feel like they are self-selecting the experience I personally would like to DJ myself. It's like, I don't know. Give me that woman in the corner. I want to know her story. Did she not go on one date? It's like, it used to be much broader. Do you know what I mean? Like if you go back to the first episodes, you got to see everybody. And now it feels like they're really cherry picking. Like, of course the people on the show are cherry picked, but it feels really like after maybe season 5 or 6 on The Real World, when they just exclusively cast for conflict, this feels similar.
okay, so here's my question about the quality of the guys issue. Is it because the type of guy who in the year of our Lord 2023, it's 2024, but you know, they would have auditioned in 2023. The type of guy who would audition for a reality dating show is a self-selecting low caliber guy. Is that possible?
I think it's possible. I think there was, I do want to not throw shade on my boy Kenneth, who is a school principal, 25, believes in God, highly respectable, very emotional, like lots of emotional intelligence. I want to separate him out from the pack because I do believe that he is a intellectually curious man who wanted to understand more about women. But like a lot of these guys, I just don't know.
I'm just going to say we have to stop letting people who are under 27 onto reality dating competition shows.
That is the other point.
Your brain isn't done
way too young
cooking. Your brain, your prefrontal cortex, not fully developed. You're bad at making decisions clinically. You are clinically bad at making decisions. And you should probably just be spending this time reading books and learning lessons and like possibly brushing up on whatever foreign language you took in middle school because the window is closing for you to get fluent, right?
I'm just going to be honest. This is like a very, very important point because if I think of Alyssa when she was 25, who couldn't date, who literally dated some of the worst people to walk the planet. Should the answer to my bad dating have been, let's go get married to someone I've never seen before?
No.
No.
And I feel the same way about the Bachelor franchise. Like, it is so uninteresting to me now because it's a bunch of people where it's like, oh, children, you are making a child's decision right now. You are
Give
showing
me people who've seen some shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not even saying like, I just above 27. That's all. Just brain fully formed.
Above 27.
Brain fully formed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I think, it could be that Love is Blind is just like self-selecting. The people that try out for it are just not great people. Or it could be that maybe there just aren't that many great guys out there.
There might not be, but we're also talking about this today because the rest of the season drops today.
Oh, yeah. It totally does. I need to watch that show on like double speed because I really start to get annoyed with how much time Netflix feels entitled to waste.
I agree. It does not need to be a full hour every episode. However, I do set up my weekend chores when there's like a new season has dropped. I was like, okay, so I need to do laundry. I need to fold sheets. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go through 2 episodes of Love is Blind and then go on with my day.
Right. Well, it's one of those things you don't have to look at the entire time. By design. Okay, I have petty. This is not really that petty, but whatever. I'm living in this state of like generalized existential dread when it comes to technology and the way that it makes our lives worse, and that nobody seems to be able to stop it whatsoever, despite the fact that we're like, hey, this is going to make a lot of people's lives worse. Autonomous driving taxis, for example. No. Don't need it. We don't need fully self-driving cars. No. Why? Who is this benefiting? This is benefiting like 8 people. Like the people that whatever. This is benefiting 8 people. I'm terrified of getting hit with a car in self-driving mode while some idiot tech bro naps on his way home from work, or like sets it up so there's like fake weights on the steering wheel so they think that it's absolutely not. I think we need to
who else doesn't want it, Erin? Someone who is surrounded by really large pickup trucks on the road. I don't need those to ever be self-driving. No, thank you.
No, and then we have like the Cybertruck, which is just like this shard of shit careening down our highways. Okay, so we need to have some sort of a tech court that determines before any new technology is introduced to the market. Call it a Luddite court, whatever. The Luddites were right. So that determines how many people does this benefit versus how many people can we see it potentially harming from jump. Like there's some technology that has like where you're like, oh, this was an unintended consequence of a technology that was altruistic in design, right? But AI, generative AI, this makes like 5 people slightly more money, and it fucks everyone else. No real upside. We don't need it. Okay, here I can name like 50 downsides of AI, like falsified court documents generated by like paralegal AI that is like making up citations, which is something that really happened. I think Rudy Giuliani's lawyer actually submitted an AI generated like filing that contained fake stuff. It is making it so children do not have to learn how to write.
Or read.
It is also making it so that AI generated deep fake porn or photos or even for like political purposes, like political mudslinging ads that make it look like a candidate did something they didn't actually do. AI could take your likeness and generate an advertisement for something that you've never used and generate profit off of your image. Like, No.
And if you look at other technology, it's not like we're anti-technology. Other technology would pass the test. Like, for example, electric cars. Good. Some of them have batteries that blow up. Bad. But it is a lower risk proposition. Terrific. Do they need to drive themselves? Absolutely not.
No, there is no reason. Why do I need to be able to link my phone to a toaster? I don't. I don't need a smart appliance. I don't need a smart home. The dumb home, the dumb appliance. Like, why are we making everything hackable?
Can I just say something? Not to sound like that retro bitch, but like, okay. Back when I was growing up, my car had like 4 buttons and a tape cassette player. And like, it mostly worked. My car now was like possessed by a poltergeist last week and changed the radio station every 10 seconds to stations I had never played in my life. Got so scared, I had to pull over the side of the road and reboot my car twice.
Oh my God. My car freaked out last week too. And I yelled at my husband because I told him he was messing around with the buttons before it was ready. And no, maybe it was like the car ghost that was just that we are making ourselves more vulnerable, more hackable, and less human by introducing these technologies in a way. And I feel like our elected officials are just like, oh, well, we can't stop it.
Sorry.
It's like reactive rather than proactive. No, we need a court full of people under the age of 40. So I'm omitting myself because I am beyond the cutoff.
Please,
I am
other
extremely
people,
online.
take the lead.
But, look, I've been a part of 2 union drives and 1 union contract renegotiation. I'm set for meetings for the rest of my life. You guys can under 40s. You guys can have this court where you're like, is this going to help us? Is this going to actually help us? Or is this just going to make billionaires like slightly richer?
More billion-y.
Yeah, we don't need that. We should be eating the billionaires and smashing AI in whatever way. Oh, Alyssa, I saw something online this week that made me think of you. And
what?
Sure enough, before I even texted you about it, you had texted us about it, and it was a clothing campaign.
Our girl Monica Lewinsky taking it to Reformation. She did a collaboration with Reformation, the You've Got the Power campaign that aims to encourage any apathetic voters to get back out there and vote. And let me tell you, she looked fucking hot. She looked so good. Those clothes, I cannot wait to shop the collection. Reformation. You've got me.
It's a sleigh, It is.
It's a sleigh.
No, she looks so great, and the collection looks great, and it's for a good cause. So congrats to Monica, and good move, Reformation.
Totally. And also, it's not just, I always feel bad saying someone looks hot. It is much more than that. It is about someone who is reclaiming her identity online that other people have tried to take from her, and she's putting herself out there in the way that she wants to be seen, and that is what is hot.
At this point, if you're still targeting Monica Lewinsky, you look like a huge fucking asshole. Like
you, still like out there.
Like a real, cheap, hacky, stuck in the 90s, aged out of relevance asshole. Because Monica's awesome.